Hello friends, welcome to this video about Cypress. In this video, we are going to discuss some Cypress interview questions and answers. This is part 2. We will discuss 11 questions in this video. I have taken these questions from my webpage technicalpage.net. Let's start. Question number 1. How can you run a single spec file from the command line? To run the spec file from command line, this is the code. npm cypress run spec is equal to name of the spec file. So npm cypress run spec is equal to name of the spec file. Let's move on to the second question. How can you get the first and the last element from the selected list of elements? What happens is sometimes the locator returns more than one element. That means list of elements. In such situations, we can find the first element using first method and the last element using the last method. For example, suppose this is the locator which returns more than one element. In that situation, we use the first method like this and the last method like this. Let's move on to the third question. How you click the hidden element? To click the hidden element, we use force and true like this. So this is the locator and we use the force true like this. So these are the two examples of clicking the hidden elements. Let's move on to the fourth question. How you click hidden link? The previous one was hidden element and this is the hidden link. So for hidden link, we use shadow method. This is how we create the command. This is the element, locator and shadow, and after that whatever action is required we do after that. Let's move on to the next question. How can you press keyboard keys? So to press the keyboard keys in Cypress, we can use type command. These are some examples of using the type command for using the keyboard keys. So this is for delete, this is for enter, this is for backspace, and so on. Let's move on to the next question. How to run in a headless mode? To run in a headless mode, we use the keyword headless. And so this is how we create the command. Like we use the headless here, we mention the browser, and this is the spec file. So this is, and we can choose the browser. This is Chrome, this is Firefox. So this is how we create the command for running in headless mode. Let's move on to the next question. How to run in a headed mode? So to run in a headed mode, we use the keyboard headed, same like in the headless mode. And this is the command to run in Chrome. This is the command to run in Firefox. Let's move on to the next question. How you get log in Cypress? In Cypress, we use cy.log function like this. And these are some examples of the log functions. And we get the log in the console. Let's move on to the next question. How you capture a screenshot in Cypress? So Cypress by default captures screenshots of the test execution and the failed test cases. But if you want to capture a screenshot for any particular point of test execution or particular steps, you can do by using cy.screenshot method. Let's move on to the next question. What are the disadvantages or limitations of Cypress. Cypress has some disadvantages or limitations. Cypress supports web-based applications only. It doesn't support window application or desktop-based applications. Cypress supports only JavaScript and TypeScript. It doesn't support other programming languages as of today. Cypress doesn't support multiple tabs, but there is workaround which we will discuss later in other videos. Cypress doesn't support mobile apps, but there is a workaround. We can use viewports. Cypress only supports CSS selector as a locator. We can use XPath if we use the plugin Cypress-XPath. So after using this plugin, we can use XPath also. And Cypress supports some browsers only. They are Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Chromium and Electron. So these are some limitations of Cypress. Let's move on to the last question. This is the last question for this video. What are the differences between Cypress and Selenium? These are some differences between Cypress and Selenium. The first one is the programming languages. Selenium supports this many programming languages like Java, Python, C#, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, Ruby. Cypress supports only two programming languages, JavaScript and TypeScript. Browsers. Selenium supports more browsers than Cypress, such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, IE, Opera, Edge. Cypress supports Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Chromium and Electron. Locators. In Selenium we can use more locators like name, class ID, link, partial link, XPath, CSS selector. Whereas in Cypress supports only one locator, that is CSS selector. And we can use XPath using the plugin Cypress-XPath, which we discussed here. Mobile testing. In mobile testing, Selenium supports mobile testing, but Cypress doesn't support mobile testing. And we have workaround in Cypress, that is viewport. Browser tabs. So while testing web application with tabs, Selenium supports the browser tabs, but Cypress doesn't support browser tabs. But there is a workaround for this also. And speed. Talking about the speed, in Selenium the test execution happens outside the browser, so it is slow compared to Cypress, because in Cypress the test execution happens inside the browser, so it is fast. Screenshot. Selenium doesn't take a screenshot by default. It doesn't have inbuilt feature to take the screenshot. We need to add dependencies and plugins to create the screenshot in Selenium, whereas in Cypress it has inbuilt feature to take the screenshot of the test execution for every steps and for the failed test cases. And video. Selenium doesn't support testing of videos, whereas Cypress supports testing of videos, as well as it creates a video for test execution also. In this video we covered 11 interview questions and their answers. Thank you for watching this video.